Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate all of you who like the videos and comment. Thanks very much for the interaction. All right. Spirit, what storyline would you like to share with the collective at this time, please? And thank you. Storyline for the collective, please, Spirit. In the central energy. Excuse me. In the central energy, you've got the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Somebody's out of energy. They're lacking motivation. They're not able to finish what it is they started. In the challenge position. In the challenge position, we've got Temperance. So there's balance here. Balance is being put in place. Perhaps they're having difficulty being sensible. Perhaps they're having an issue with an earth angel. Earth angels. In the subconscious. In the subconscious, we've got the Ten of Pentacles here. The inheritance. They don't want to go for it anymore. They're thinking about this inheritance, but they're lacking motivation and energy. They're feeling weighed down. In the recent past. In the recent past, we've got the Six of Swords. So you've released some baggage. You're leaving this behind. Moving on to calmer waters. This relationship is ending. And you may be actually, like in your mental body, you may, in the energetic body, in the heart, and all of this space here, the energy I'm picking up on is one of like shunning. Like an adamant refusal to participate in the plans of those who were going after your inheritance, your future, your life, your happiness. There's like this, right? It's really strong. Intentions and expectations. Is the Page of Wands in the upright. Freedom. Moving on into limitless potential. Who knows what, right? You may not even have a plan, but you're out of here. At least that's the intention. And there could be some frustration that you're still sitting in your living room reading these cards. So why am I not in the new world yet? I mean, maybe if you're thinking like that. in the near future. There is the Five of Swords reversed. So there is somebody wants to cut their losses. They want to reconcile, or they want to make amends. And this is that heart, you know, it's just like they want to make amends, and it's like, just get. It's like that. Because they have no motivation, they have no energy, they have no will to do anything other than steal and your inheritance. The lens that's being looked through, or your happiness, or whatever it is that you got coming to you. We got the Emperor here in the upright. Protection, stability, structure. Could be a father figure. In the environment. Ooh, in the environment, we got the Chariot reversed. Somebody's out of control and very aggressive. They're not moving forward, and they're pissed about it. They want to reconcile. They want to get on your chariot. Hopes and fears. We've got the Page of Swords in the reverse. Manipulation, deception, devious. They're devious. They could be gossiping, or maybe they're afraid of gossiping. They're worried about being manipulated. They're out of control. They're aggressive. And the outcome is the Nine of Swords in the upright. Somebody's in a nightmare. They're having trauma. We got Strength on the bottom of the deck. So it's it could be that you're passionately letting go. You're surrendering. You're letting this stuff go. You're courageous, and you're with strength. You're like, out of here. Get out. And they're still here trying to get in your space. Oh, but let's be friends. Let's reconcile. Let's make amends. And it's like, dude, or dudette. Vamos. So there is, and I've been feeling the energy for the last couple of hours. You know, I thought it was me. And maybe it is in a way, but there's this, or maybe it's more of a collective push to leave behind what was. And also the other day, I got that message that it's a full moon in Pisces, and that to not be afraid, but that things were going to get, the waters were going to be troubled for folks. And there's going to be some stuff happening. And the energy is very much like it's almost like it's almost like there's an energy here that's trying to push in onto the field, right? The personal field. So it's like there's an energy that's trying to push itself into the collective. And there is the response of, right? Back off. And that's kind of like how it's feeling. You may be feeling that too. They've got revenge, remorse. They're so sorry. They wanna kind of make friends now, but it's like, nope, they're not going to get on your chariot. Look, you're wholesome. You're this wholesome person. You could be an earth angel coming into your inheritance here. Stability, domestic love, but boy, I'll tell you, man. Okay, so we got addiction in the reverse. Somebody wants to give it up. Somebody's got a real lack of motivation, a lack of energy. Addiction in the reverse. Unfinished enterprises. They don't want to continue in this addiction of fighting all the time. It's a habitual pattern. They want to give up the addiction. They're challenged because the earth angel is here, or the earth angels, restoring balance and harmony here. Ooh, forgiveness in the reverse. They're not getting forgiven. There's no forgiveness. Balance is being restored, and it's go away. We've got the Ten of Pentacles here in the subconscious. So there is the inheritance and domestic happiness, which, you know... Oh, and we got tribe in the reverse. Wow, all these cards came out in the reverse. There's an inheritance here, but not for this tribe. The Six of Swords is here. The relationship with this is ending. And it could be, because there was another message, they should have loved them as they are. And I have a feeling that that's talking about the earth angels. Whoever is here right now making stuff happen, there's no forgiveness for what they've done. This tribe is getting flipped on their ass. They wanted your inheritance, your earth angel status. But you're leaving. You've got your freedom here. Change. They can't change it. You're leaving. You're on calmer waters. They can't change this. They can't make you stay. They can't make you stay. You won. And there's excitement here. Limitless potential and freedom. And it's just like, it is that. It's like these folks, they're pushing in on the collective field of awareness. Whoever you are, it's like I'm feeling it. It's like they're trying to push in with their energy. You've got excitement and freedom. You're at peace. It could be that you're free from this haunting. You've gained your freedom from this haunting and you are at peace. So they have been haunting you in the mental body, perhaps. Earth angel, messing with your mind. And it could be now you've got your freedom from that and you're at peace. You've got your peace. And now they want to have a desire to forgive because why? Because that haunting may have gotten put on them. If it's not on you, it's got to go somewhere, and it might be on them. On the teacher. On the teacher. Past resentment. Whoever this teacher is that taught people to haunt the mental body of the earth angels. The Emperor is here. the Emperor is here, teaching the innocent, or could be researching the innocent, looking for them, teaching them. Academic could be looking at the knowledge of the innocent, what has been done to the innocent, what kind of practices were used against the innocent, teachings were used against the innocent. We know that one of them was a haunting. And we've got the Chariot in the reverse. Whoever this teacher is and this tribe, they got reversals all over the damn place. They got a Chariot reverse. They're arrogant, they're careless, they're being aggressive, they're out of control, and they don't have any control. They're not going anywhere. Perfection is in the reverse. And then we've got Page of Swords reversed. They're worried about gossip. They may be making a haphazard action or trying to manipulate somebody. They may be afraid of being manipulated. They may be trying to deceive somebody. But I think they're afraid of being manipulated because in the outgoing energy here, we have 9 of Swords. Yeah, horse playing. Horse playing around. So they were all talk. All talk. Manipulative horseplay. It could be that they're going to have to experience some of that now. They're in trauma and despair. And everybody can see it. So whatever kind of trauma or anxiety or kind of nightmares they're having, whatever despair they're having, they may not be able to sleep. They're having anxiety. Everybody can see it. Driver. Compass. They're being driven down a specific pathway. The professional drivers are being driven. They were expecting your position and they were coming after you for entertainment, trying to be you. They were expecting to be seen as you, and they were coming after you for entertainment. But you are a bohemian, an artist, a creator, and attention has been brought to the fact that you're a sovereign being, and you are as you are. You're not faking it. It's the truth. You're not pretending. But this actor, you survived what this player did and this kin. You survived these fakers. You were able to survive what they did to you. Playing around, trying to get your position here. Creativity. They could have been using some creativity, or maybe you got creative in your thing here. But you are seen as wholesome, and you're coming into your evermore. There may be some communication regarding your self-care, or maybe you were able to self-care through this tumultuous communication, challenge, competition, whatever. And this is over. There's a promise that this is over. This is going into the grave. It's over. And it's split right here. So I'm going to just say we got this stuff here. Take it as it resonates. Alrighty then, so there's some unfinished business, or somebody's feeling a lack of motivation. We got addiction in the reverse. It could be that whatever they're addicted to isn't available. It could be that they're giving it up. Whatever addictive habitual patterning they've been involved with, they're letting it go. They don't have any passion for it anymore. Unappreciated. They are feeling unappreciated. Maybe they felt like you didn't care. How is that? They felt like you didn't care. They didn't appreciate you. They're letting go of their addictions. They're unappreciated. They're not appreciated. They're feeling like people don't care. They're feeling like people don't care. Whatever they're addicted to has gone south. Earth Angel, Temperance is here. There's restoration of balance and harmony. The Earth Angel is being sensible in their purpose, perhaps. Patient. Forgiveness is in the reverse. And then we've got sabotage here. Whoever this is, they sabotage themselves and they're not forgiven. You got the Ten of Pentacles here in the subconscious, the inheritance, and it's not going to the tribe. The tribe did not get the inheritance from the Earth Angel. They should have loved them for who they are. You're not the only one. There's more than one that's going through this tumultuous process of them trying to identity snatch. And not just that, but they wanted to like pay for the destiny swap with your soul. They thought somehow that was a great idea. And I think they were playing both sides. They were like doing really shady stuff with the devil and stuff. And then, you know, pretending to be like God's children on the other side. But because you survived whatever atrocity they were trying to do to you, it came to light. They're getting what they gave. There's a reciprocity happening. Soul contract. So there's an inheritance here, a Ten of Pentacles. You're coming into beautiful domestic love, and you might be getting a new home. There's love, and there's no soul contract with it, or your soul contract isn't with this tribe. The tribe does not get the inheritance, and you have a new soul contract. Six of Swords here. There's a relationship is ending. You're releasing that baggage, and you're moving on down the road, and they can't change it. There's no changing that. Very, very intense energy. Ugh, you know. These people have been flaking around and pretending horse playing, you know, running around like they're earth angels when they're not. They've just been dressing up in your energy. So we got the Six of Swords here. The relationship is ending and they cannot change your destiny. They were not able to change your destiny. They can't change your destiny. You are, you're excited. You've got your freedom here. And you're free from this haunting. This haunting that they were doing to you. And you're at peace now. So yeah, you're free from that haunting. That's exciting. That's exciting. This teacher wants to Five of Swords you in the reverse. They want to make amends. They want to forgive and forget, reconcile. They're in regret because they lost you. It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that they liked you. You know, they had many cycles and they made the same choice over and over again. And they're hurting from the damages that they've caused. So they want to reconcile with you so that you can make it better. The Emperor is here, academic. So he's learning about the innocent. He's the academic is the teachings, the what he might be looking at what the innocent were taught. Like he might be looking at what these jackwagons taught the children. So there may be some kind of thing going on there. Gossip. Academic. The teachings of the innocent. Gossip. The Chariot in the reverse. They're out of control. They lack control. They're very arrogant and aggressive, and they're not perfect. Everybody can see that they're not perfect. They're not doing anything to perfection. They never have. They're not able to. And then time is here, and it's too late to take any action. You've got the Page of Swords reversed. So it could be that they have a fear of deception. They might have a hope that they can deceive somebody or manipulate somebody with this horseplay. Or maybe they're afraid that they're going to be manipulated because of the horseplay. They're in... Yeah, oops. Come on now. Let's see what we got. Hope. So they have hope. They're having hope. I haven't given up on us yet. No, I think that, they had bad information. I think they're afraid because they were manipulated with bad information to play around with your kingdom spouse union. Yeah, they're afraid because they were manipulated with bad information to horseplay around with your hope for your soul contract, your kingdom spouse. Earth Angel. There could have been a lot of time where, they were coming back for you to claim you or something. And, they knew that it was going to happen. But they had to defile you and degrade you and strip you of every sense of self and shut you down in every way so that you didn't even know that you had gifts of the soul, as an Earth Angel, that you were actually here in service to this tribe who decided to hurt you because they wanted your damn inheritance. So yeah, they're in the outgoing energy here. They're in a Nine of Swords energy. They're having a nightmare. They're traumatized. They're worried. I heard the other night there was apparently somebody had cut themselves with a razor blade. That was a couple nights ago. And then just this afternoon, I heard that somebody passed away. I don't know if the two incidences are related, but somebody passed away. My condolences. But it does look like that there may be some of this happening at this time during the Pisces full moon. So we've got, yeah, they're having a trauma and despair. Everybody can see it. Invisible is in the reverse. They're feeling broken and shattered about this situation. Their values were all about money. Everybody can see it. There's gossip here. On the bottom of the deck, we've got habits. So I don't know if we will ever change. So we've got Ace of Wands in the reverse. So lack of motivation, lack of energy, lack of passion, feeling weighed down. And then addiction in the reverse. So it could be that they're maybe whatever they're addicted to, they don't have, they're not able to get. Maybe they're wanting to stop habitual patternings because they feel unappreciated. They're a reflection. They're a very low vibrational person who has secrets, and they're a bunch of liars. And you have an understanding of this. You see both sides of this story. They missed their opportunity because they neglected you, and now they don't know what to do. So yeah, they're chasing after you. They feel there's unfinished business, so there's this pressure, and it's not really verbal. It's more like a pressure, like they're just trying to get into the energy field and really, be there in your self-love. They're having nightmares, trauma, and despair. They're trying to force their way into your self-love so that they can what? Receive a healing, receive some comfort. So energetically, you may have people trying to force their way into your energy field, into, your toroidal field, which you fill with, love, nourishment, self-care, and all that good stuff. And they're being held back in the shadows for what they were doing in the shadows, and they want forgiveness. But this is a new chapter here. You're moving on. And they're overwhelmed and unsatisfied because they got detached. They're confused. It's like, what did we do? They did egoic, prideful stuff regarding their soul tie. And now they're in disagreement and they want to escape. They want to fix the connection with you, but they're in regret over the third party whoring around. Now that you know the truth, and now that you're in an inseparable, our love is always there despite the distance union that they are unworthy of. They're unworthy of a reunion. You are there, though. You're there. They're feeling your absence, but you are here already committed to a new family. And it feels like the energy, feels like, well, what I was getting in my mind was generation 4 human, right? And that's what we are. And we're about ready to phase out and go into generation 5. And that's why there was this big DNA, I don't want to get into it. Let's just say that we're in the end of generation 4 human, and, the people had to be tested. And it didn't go well, obviously, but it is at this time we're able to move forward into the next phase of the new chapter, which is coming up. So that's good. And there's everybody. I'm not talk about it. So you got the Ace of Wands in the reverse here. So no energy, and it could be because of whatever they're addicted to, they're not able to get. They're unmotivated and they have no energy. They're feeling unappreciated. It's like whatever they're addicted to, they're not getting. Or they want to give it up. And that could just be a habitual practice or way of being that they're feeling unappreciated for. Well, that's a whole lot of cards there, but I guess we better take them. So they're feeling unappreciated. They got tangled. They got tangled up in a sticky situation. Everything is in ruins, and they need an exit plan. Yeah, they're feeling unappreciated. Stuff got real heavy there, and now my ears are getting hot. My ears are actually getting hot. So we got Temperance here in the challenge position. Could be the Earth Angels, and I really do believe it is. Whoever this tribe is, they should have loved them for who they were. But instead, the tribe got jealous, and they decided to go ahead and sabotage the Earth Angels and cause them a great deal of suffering while they siphoned the spiritual inheritance and had a good old time on the services that they were here to provide. And now it's over. So there's no forgiveness, and they sabotage themselves. They're feeling alone and empty. Now, I don't know if this is if they gave up their soul, or if they just are feeling empty inside. They have an empty cup. Maybe they don't have any love. They are all alone. Nobody's there to love them. They're not fulfilled. They're not happy. They're feeling very empty inside. Whatever they're addicted to, they're not able to get, or they want to stop doing this pattern that they've been hooked in with. We got the Ten of Pentacles here. There is an inheritance here. It's domestic love and stability, and it's not for this tribe. The tribe does not get it. You're in a new soul contract here, or you're not in a soul contract with this tribe. The tribe doesn't get a soul contract with you, or they're childish. Ooh, what do we got here? Forgiving, guilty. They're guilty and they want forgiveness. Forgiving the guilty. And you could think of that as another way also, which I like to go there frequently, is when you forgive something, you release it. So you're going into your inheritance of domestic love. It's not with this, doesn't have anything to do with this tribe. You're not bound to this tribe. You're in a new soul contract, and you are releasing the guilty, letting them go. And that's kind of like at the beginning of the video how I said it was kind of like and that's what that is. It's like you're releasing the guilty. You've had enough of lying, cheating, and stealing. You've had enough of people hurting you for no real reason. It's like, yeah, and you're leaving. You're leaving. You're leaving. You're in your boat. And because they couldn't change your destiny, you're leaving. They couldn't change your destiny, Earth Angel. You get to go home. You've been vindicated, which was the message last night. Twice that came. There was vindication, and then about the green glass, and vindication again. They made sure to say it again just before full awareness. And so you're vindicated. They can't keep you here. You won. You get to leave. You get to go. You get to go home. Leave. You're leaving. And they're reaching for you because they didn't keep their promises. They broke all their promises. They betrayed you. So there's excitement now. You are free of this haunting. You're not haunted anymore. You're at peace. Or maybe you got your freedom. Maybe you maybe you maintained your peace while being haunted, and maybe that's why they can't change it, because during a haunting that you are now free from, you maintained your peace. You didn't lose your mind. You didn't go bananas or decide to go, you know, scream at people in this street or whatever, you know. You were peaceful. You're an earth angel. You're not what they tried to make you out as and force you to be in, you know, that pathway that they wanted you to walk in. You just didn't. You couldn't. You're a freaking earth angel. And now that you have transformed, they don't really know what you are now, because apparently you've changed somehow. So Five of Swords in the reverse, they want to have a desire to reconcile. They want forgiveness again. They want to make amends and cut their losses, right? Because this teacher and his whatever friend there is feeling the damage. They're hurting from what they've done. So if they're hurting from this, then that means that whatever they did to you is like affecting them. I mean, apparently, you know, energy doesn't just disappear. It has to go somewhere, right? And if it's not on you, then that means they have to deal with whatever it is that they drummed up. They got tangled here. They tangled, unable to free themselves from a sticky situation. Conquest. You were just another notch in the headboard, Earth Angel. You know? They decided that rather than love you and share in what you have inherently within you, that they were going to brutalize you and strip it out and make it theirs while you suffered. And they were going to do it from a distance. You know, a lot of you may have been single for a long time. You know, this could have just been it's not like a cyber hit or whatever, but it's like one of those, you know, I guess you could, because some of these folks are AI. And we got remote viewing and astral travel and all that good stuff too. So, you know, I mean, and so long, you know, there was a dream lover. You know, everybody loved the dream lover. Oh, it's my soulmate, you know, whatever, you know. And I'm like, I'm trying to tell people, no, it's not, you know. And they're like, they got mad. One woman got so mad at me for interfering with her love, you know. I don't like those energy harvesting things. Hard. So the Emperor is here. We got academic. There's teachings regarding the innocent and gossip. So it looks to me like he's finding out what it is that the innocent were taught, or maybe what was said about the innocent. Yeah, the academic. Books were written, stories were told about the innocent, and people are gossiping about how hard their life had been. Books were wrote, stories were told, people were taught lies. and then taught how to make their lives more difficult. So there's a Chariot in the reverse. There's a lack of control. They're very aggressive here. They're not doing things perfectly. They're not seen as perfect. They're definitely not seen as an earth angel. And it's time. It's too late to take any action. And that was a message also. It's too late to apologize. We've got Adrift. It could be that they weren't responsible. They refused to settle down. And it could very well be that that's going to be their life path. No foundation, no home. I heard just a few days ago or whatever, maybe a week or so, somebody was going to live the life of a hobo. No, like a roaming, and it's not going to be pretty. And I don't know for how long that is. I don't even know. Are we going into forever mode or what? I don't know. So in the hopes and fears, you've got Page of Swords in the reverse. They were all talk. Maybe they were manipulated by bad information to horseplay around with the love of the earth angels that they were hopeful for, that they never gave up on. They're thinking about this potentially. They're afraid because of the manipulation that they did, because of the deviousness, and maybe on bad information. They were horseplaying around with the earth angels and their hope for this love, this divine love, and they lost. They lost. They lost. It could be that they wanted the earth angel to be lost, that they wanted the earth angel to feel like they had been abandoned. And they're afraid because this is what's coming for them, maybe. They're losing, maybe they've lost hope. Maybe they've lost hope because of the horseplay that they've been doing. They don't have any hope. They're in a Nine of Swords. Yeah, that's what it is. They don't have any hope. They've lost hope. They're afraid. They've lost hope for horseplaying around with the earth angels here and their destiny. They're having nightmares. I don't know. And it's seen. Everybody can see that they're having some kind of a depression. They're having anxiety. We got invisible. It's not invisible. It's in the reverse. Their values were all about money. And now they're feeling broken and shattered. And we've got burned. Burned. Dark side. The dark side needs. The dark side has needs. They're getting burned. They're grieving because of the games they were playing with love. They're feeling tired. They're reaching out for you. They're in a rabbit hole, and they're not telling the whole truth. This is crazy drama. They're reaching out for you, I feel, energetically. And they didn't keep any of their promises. They needed an escape from this long, long road they're going to be on here. Lost, where they feel like where they've been abandoned. They're being childish. They were tempted, and they're drowning here. Many flames. Many flames. Many flames. Many angelic flames they've been playing with. You are the light. And they've been brutalizing that life force. Harvesting it through sexual, sex lover dreams or whatever. That was one way that they were doing it. And there's many different ways. I mean, some people get actually stuck with like a feeding tube kind of a thing, and they just kind of suck on it like a straw, I guess. But then they also implant like death energy, which is like black tar, it's just gross. So there's a lot of different ways that they were manipulating the light within the body of people. And also is the thought forms, the stream of negativity that sometimes goes through, or these chaotic thoughts, they just run rampant through the mind. That's chaos magic, in the mental body. And many of us have had experiences with that, and it's very difficult to manage. And because before you recognize that this isn't you, because you don't really feel that way, but yet you'll go off on a tangent about it, like it's and it's like it's a weird thing. And then when it clicks, it's like, wait a minute, where is it? What the? It clicked for me. I went out to the woods and I had a nice mineral bath and a nice wrap, and it was beautiful. And I was driving back to the city. I spent like hours out there, like 4 hours. It was beautiful out there in the wilderness. And I came back to town, and I got about a half hour away from the city, and all of a sudden I started getting negative thought forms. And I'm like, wait a minute, where is this coming from? I just have the most pleasurable 4 hours. I mean, why all of a sudden am I getting negative thought forms coming through my mind? And that's when it clicked. Whoa, I'm picking up on what's happening in the city. We are transmitter receivers, and if, believe it or not, I mean, a lot of the thoughts that you are having going through your mind just are not yours. They're not. That was such a relief when I discovered that. It was a game changer for me. Alrighty then, so we've got surrender. Lack of motivation, addiction in the reverse. They don't want to do what they're addicted to. They're not able to get what they're addicted to. They feel unappreciated. They are all tangled up in this sticky situation. Everything's in ruins, and they need an exit plan. They want out. They want to surrender. They don't want to do this anymore. I keep waiting for the ship, the boat. It's like the boat. Everybody says my ship's coming in, I keep waiting. I don't know how it's going to work out when we leave, Perseverance. Perseverance. They're tangled up. Everything's in ruins. They're looking for an exit plan, and there's perseverance here. They're thinking about perseverance. They want to persevere. There's an earth angel here. I really do believe it's the earth angels, and there's no forgiveness for what has happened here. They sabotaged themselves. They messed up the good things in their life. They're feeling like they're all alone and they're empty. They don't feel fulfilled. They didn't get what they wanted. Their cup is empty. They didn't get what they wanted. They don't have any love in them. I don't know if it has anything to do with their soul. Fear. They're afraid. There's no forgiveness. It's like the earth angels, and they're like done because they know what happened here. Judgment, and it's judgment. And that was something I heard a long time ago, and I didn't understand it. But it was like I heard is that folks were told that if they survive, meaning the earth angels, that they would be calling judgment. And so it was imperative that they destroy them, you know. And here we are. But you've got your inheritance here, Ten of Pentacles, domestic love, perhaps a home attainment. The tribe does not get it. You're not, there's nothing here with the tribe. You're in a soul contract. And you're releasing the guilty. And the guilty want forgiveness. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So in your soul contract, there is a seeing of both sides of this situation. What happened to you, your side of the story, what they've done. They were lying and cheating. And they certainly did mean to hurt you. That's why forgiving, I feel, is better stated as a release. Which is here with the Six of Swords. A relationship ending. Releasing the baggage. They can't change your destiny. You're leaving. Balance. So there's excitement here. Even though you were haunted, you are at peace. And some of you may have been extremely mentally challenged. And I'm not saying, in a negative, I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying that there's a lot of technology out there, not just spirits and such, but there's voice to skull technology, and subliminal messaging. There's the voice of God stuff, and, whatever comes through your smart TV or whatever plays on a radio, whatever, and other stuff, like there is a lot of people have bipolar disease or whatever, what they label as such. But this is all, if you really, I can't say anything for sure because I'm not a doctor, but my personal understanding is that it could very well be an outside manipulation in a lot of instances. But if you have issues, please go see a doctor because I am not that, okay? Take care of your mental health. That's really, really important. If they tell you to take a medicine, take that. We've got gratitude here. So yeah, while you were being haunted and all of that, you got excitement and freedom here. While you were being haunted, you stayed peaceful and you stayed in gratitude. You're thankful for this life and the opportunities it presents. Even while you were being haunted and really challenged, you may have had to do a lot of extra work to maintain your balance. Your you may have had to work at it extra hard, is what I'm saying, because of the outside interferences, not just in the physical bodies, but in the, you're a transmitter receiver. So, and it's a very serious, I'm not even kidding how serious it is. I've discovered it's so darn serious. We got death in the reverse. They're having revenge remorse. They're feeling the damages that they've caused this teacher. You were just another notch in the headboard. Actions speak the loudest. They were not able to cause you a death, or they don't want a death. So they want to reconcile. The Emperor is here looking, I believe, at what was taught to the innocent, or the stories that were told about the innocent. People are gossiping about how their lives were made difficult. We got relationships that serve the higher good, is what they are. Whoa. Adversity. Yeah. So there were a lot of stories told about the innocent, a lot of teachings, and whatever. So then there's gossip going on about how their lives were made hard with adversity. The Emperor is here checking it out, offering protection to them. That's the protection that a lot of you may be feeling right now. You're an abundant, limitless being. You can manifest whatever you want in this world, and it's seen clearly. That you aren't like the others. So the Chariot is in the reverse. Somebody doesn't have any control. They're not seen as perfect. They couldn't pull it off with perfection. Perhaps they were trying to act like they were an earth angel, and they just couldn't pull it off. And now it's too late to take any action, and they're being set adrift. We got denial in the reverse. There's no denying. There's no denying it. They can't deny it. They're afraid. They were devious regarding your hope for a kingdom union, for a return to your home place or wherever that is. And they were manipulative on bad information. Horseplaying around with your kingdom spouse union. They've lost. They're feeling like they've been abandoned. Change. They can't change it. This is a second change card that came out in the reverse. They're in a 9 of Swords nightmare. Everybody can see it. It's not invisible. Their values were all about money. They're feeling broken and shattered about this, and they feel like they've been burned. They're really hurting from this. They feel like their friends burned them. Trust in the reverse. They're not trustworthy. And this says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And it's in the reverse. So they don't have inner connection to source. They don't have inner guidance. They're not trustworthy. They can't be trusted. They can't trust anybody. And we've got peace. Patience. Everything happens in divine order. Aw, there's going to be happy friendships. They failed. They failed. We'll pull just a little bit more on this one. It's important. Just if you do it's at this right now, feel that pressure as though it's like you want to just get angry and push everybody away from you and rah, you don't want to get involved. That's what it feels like. What they're looking for an exit plan, so they're looking at somebody to reject everybody and everything about everything, and just say, I want to go be in my own little space and solitude and be completely away from the whole entire world. And that kind of stuff will come in and pressure, and that's an exit plan. They need somebody to take on the mindset of what they've got coming for them. So be aware of that. If it happens to you, don't stew in it too long. Just be aware that there is a serious energy looking for an exit plan right now, and they're not happy. They're in a nightmare, so it's going to be really intense. Okay, and it may even be difficult to comprehend that you're actually experiencing something like this that may not be your particular story for the moment. It could be a manipulation. So know thyself. And just know that it comes with the heat in the ears. It comes with the tension. You may feel like there's rods going in, and whenever you move, it'll pop into the neck area. And this is, I feel like what do they call those? Like when you're trying to make sound, or you're trying to record, or it's a, I don't know, implement of sorts. In the spirit body, perhaps. In the astral field or whatever. But it's an agitation. Or maybe I'm just old. Sage advice, secret. They're looking for sage advice, or maybe they're seeking a fresh perspective regarding a secret. There's no forgiveness. They're in fear. The earth angels are restoring harmony. They sabotage themselves. They are empty and alone. Uncertain. They're in fear. They're uncertain. They sabotage themselves. They're empty. They feel empty. They're alone. No forgiveness. There's the Ten of Pentacles here. The inheritance. And the tribe did not get it. They're in the reverse. You're in a new soul contract here. It's not with that tribe. You're open to seeing both sides of a situation. You can see it. The guilty want forgiving, or the way that I like to read it is you are releasing those who are guilty of doing this. We've got growth here. They may have a growth, or you may have grown from this situation. You're moving on, releasing that baggage. They can't change your destiny. You have remained in balance, and you're leaving. You're leaving this negativity behind. You're leaving the negative behind. They want to apologize. You've got excitement. Even when you were being mentally haunted, you remained peaceful. You remained thankful for life and the lessons that it brings you. And you remained in love. Amazing. What kind of burden a person can carry and still maintain this. And you really don't have a choice when that kind of stuff is happening to you. Once you become aware of it and you decide that you need to tackle it and command it rather than be commanded by it, it becomes a choice, and it's like you can't do it without peace, gratitude, and love. And a lot of breath work, and, patience. The Five of Swords in the reverse, so they want to make amends. They're afraid of death. They don't want to die. They weren't able to end you. They're feeling the damage that they caused. You were just another notch in the headboard. This is a teacher. There's a small favor from the past, or they did somebody a small favor in the past. There was a small favor in the past, a past small favor. They don't want to die. Whatever they did in the past, they did a small favor for somebody in the past. It could have had something to do with this notch in the headboard. I mean, it could be that something shady went down. I don't know. They don't want this death thing here. The Emperor is here looking at the stories that have been told about the innocent. People are gossiping about how hard your life was made with this adversity from this tribe. Plans. The plans for adversity. The plans for adversity. There's gossip about the plans for adversity to make your life hard. Oh my goodness. So it looks like the Emperor is finding out what the true intentions of this tribe was. What exactly were your plans? What exactly were you intending? And there's gossip about it, so people are talking. So there's information flowing. The Chariots in the reverse, they're not in control. They weren't able to do things to a perfection. They are not seen as perfect. They didn't pull it off perfectly. It's too late to take any action. They're out of time. Denial is in the reverse. So they cannot deny what's happening here. They're being set adrift. Got a lot of cards here. I'll take the first one, and that's bad news. So they're being set adrift, and that's bad news. Unfortunately, that's bad news, and they can't deny it. They weren't willing to settle down or be responsible. So we got the Page of Swords here. Manipulation and horseplay based on gossip or bad information, and your future, your kingdom spouse, your earth angel spouse and status. And there's been a lot of many cycles within the big cycle, birth and death, birth and death, birth and death, and there's been a lot of trauma within the mental field over and over again. So, you're probably not in the 3D version of you. You may not be, looking or acting or talking like a regal, angel. You may actually be, I don't know, you could be a hippie, or you could be a hermit, or you could be whatever, You may have tried to go get in your safe space and just mellow out during all this, and just go be love. Anyway, they can't change it. They can't change it. They lost. Oh, they need a safe space. They need a safe space. Oh. Revenge. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Future. Trauma and despair Everybody can see it. Their values were all about money. They're broken and shattered. They feel like they've been burned. They're not trustworthy. They're not trustworthy. They can't trust their future. They're not certain about their future. They're not certain about their future. And we got welcome here. Friendly. So somebody wants to welcome you. They may approach you as though they are friendly, but they got revenge on the mind. So this isn't over. Don't be curious and let somebody check in. Or be curious about somebody wanting to check in. Because you have empathy. You can see both sides of this story. You are a gift. You've got a new career, or maybe you're doing some work here. Earth Angel. And they're feeling very unfriendly. And there's date here. So they want to take you on a very unfriendly date. They think you're a nuisance, but they feel obligated to associate with you. They want to deliberately manipulate you and gaslight you. They're envious of you. They may say they're sorry and want a big favor. So be on the lookout for that. And, just say goodbye because they're desperate. They're being desperate. And you can feel it in the energy, perhaps. Perhaps you can. I'm sure I'm not the only one. There's 144,000 or something out there. Or more. I don't know. So that's the storyline. I hope that this clarified something that perhaps you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.